A lot more still to come on GMSA. RJ, very busy this morning, standing by with a traffic update. We've got a big impact at 10 in UTSA, and he's going to update that for us in just a bit.
Good morning, rise and shine. Let's look out there with live cams starting in the 50s. Not as cold as yesterday morning, but still worth a sweater if you're going to spend some time out in the morning hours.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. Happy Friday. It is April 5th.
Good morning. Happy Friday. I want to take an opportunity to say happy birthday to my husband.
It's his birthday.
It's his birthday.
Happy birthday.
We put up the birthday sign and balloons last night before I went to bed, and I was like, hey, happy birthday. Now I got to go to bed.
So he did see?
He saw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, happy birthday. That is cool.
Happy birthday, Dave. I love you. Not quite 40 yet. He's getting there.
Yeah, he's getting there.
And some beautiful weather for his birthday.
Not that he's still not quite 40 yet.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be another.
You're a young pup. You're
so young.
Not quite 40 yet, but he's anyway. We do still have some beautiful weather out there. It's a continuation of this great stretch that we've had most all of this week, but today's the last day of it. So we're starting off. You can see a lot of clear skies out there. Traffic's moving along very well over there by the airport. We have dipped down another degree. We started off a couple of hours ago, still in the low 60s. So again, dry air, clear skies, light wind, perfect for cooling off, and we will continue to drop down a few more degrees as we approach sunrise this morning. 45 is the cool spot right now at Hondo. Obviously, it's not as cool as yesterday just because warmed up so much yesterday afternoon, so got to continue to lose all that heat. We did hit 88 in the afternoon. You could definitely feel it. Thank goodness the humidity was low, and it is still very low out there with these dew points in the 30s and 40s. Those numbers, though, are definitely going to be changing. So by this time tomorrow morning, we're going to be talking about those numbers being probably 20 degrees, 15 to 20 degrees higher at least. This afternoon, we do have windy conditions, and so that's prompting red flag warnings to go into effect later on this afternoon, 1 to 7 out in our western county. So a very high fire danger out there. So here's what's going on today. Sunny, 85, again, windy. Then we go into tomorrow. Humidity returns. Some mist, fog, that kind of thing in the morning. And then maybe a couple of sprinkles late or even a shower in the overnight hours as a front moves through. Very weak front. Going to be enough to push out some of the humidity. Make for a pretty nice day on Sunday. And we'll have some more sunshine as well. That's going to be very brief. It's only going to be Sunday because the humidity turns right around, comes back in here Monday. A lot of humidity. Plenty of clouds, unfortunately, for Monday, and then we'll have a chance for a few thunderstorms late on Monday. More on that coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, there's a lot of incidents going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and of course, we are keeping our fingers crossed for Eclipse Day. Let's take a look at some current traffic conditions because northwest side, we're seeing a lot of activity here in this area. I-10 westbound at 1604, that's the crash that you're seeing right now. We have the exit ramp that is closed in both directions to 1604. Off of I-10 West on the northwest side. Let's show you a map real quick and see exactly what we're looking at here. Still getting some traffic through on the main lanes of I-10, so that's good news, but again, not much traffic getting on 1604 from this area because of this crash. I-10 westbound, that ramp there, 1604, both directions is closed. We also have a stalled vehicle at UTSA Boulevard on I-10 East. Let's show you some construction that's going on here because, again, this is going to be kind of touch and go as we make our way through. Hopefully, we can get this cleared out here within the next 30 minutes or so. Southbound 35 construction, Schertz Parkway to Forum Parkway. We have 3 main lanes that are closed. And again, that was supposed to be through 6 a.m., but something we will continue to monitor. I was looking at the cameras in that area, and it looks like they're still out there doing their work. Now let's go to the east side. This has been kind of the ongoing situation we've been following for a couple of hours now. Crash reported earlier, Loop 410 southbound at Rigsby Avenue, and we have the exit ramp closed there to Rigsby Avenue. This was reported at 3:30 this morning, and we have some video that's just into KSAT of this crash. So what we're being told by TransGuide officials is that the driver involved in this crash actually struck the column for the overhead sign. And if you remember, a few weeks ago, we had a similar situation on the 37 on the southeast side, and that caused a pretty good delay there as TxDOT crews tried to clear out the whole scene and just make sure that that overhead sign it was not structurally damaged. So that is certainly going to be the situation as we make our way through. As we come back out here here real quick to maps because I do want to show everyone kind of a shot of what is going on out there at 410 at Rigsby. You do see some pretty good backup. This is the Houston camera that's a little bit further up the road, so pretty good activity out there for our drivers on the east side. We will continue to follow the latest, give you more updates as we get them. Stephanie and Sarah, back to you guys.
RJ, thank you. This morning, 2 half-brothers are now booked into the county jail. San Antonio police say they were hiring undocumented immigrants and then not paying them. Juan Carlos Velasquez Flores and Jose de Jesus Velasquez own a trucking transportation company, VSR. The men face charges of continuous human trafficking. Detectives accuse the brothers of targeting Mexican undocumented people to work for them. A handful of victims tell police the men did not pay them and then would threaten their immigration status. The victims claim the brothers would rig the logbooks to make them drive longer than is legally safe. So the company started in 2021. Police got a tip through the National Trafficking Hotline. Anyone who may have been a victim of these business owners are urged to come forward to police despite their immigration status.
And to Uvalde, where the police department has a new leader. Homer Delgado joined the department about 11 months ago as the assistant chief, and he has been serving as interim chief. Tomorrow, he officially becomes police chief. Now, just 2 weeks ago, Delgado met with Brett Cross, the guardian of Uzziah Garcia, one of the 19 children killed during the Robb Elementary shooting. Now, they spoke outside the Uvalde Police Department, where Cross was protesting the city's independent investigation of the law enforcement response. Delgado publicly offered his support of that protest. Loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. Those are just a few of the values that high school enlistees will gain when deciding to serve their country.
So one local nonprofit is working to make sure that these graduates know just how many people are in their corner. Having served his country, Rich Stinson understands the dedication and commitment it takes when choosing to enlist. The tremendous decision a young adult makes when they raise their right hand to take an oath of enlistment to serve their country is a selfless act he hopes will always be remembered. He knows the opportunities seniors have following graduation are plentiful. Making sure their selfless act doesn't go unrecognized is a huge reason why Rich became a volunteer and serves as a board member of the nonprofit Our Community Salutes San Antonio. Every year, Our Community Salutes San Antonio honors and recognizes graduates and their families during their enlistee recognition ceremony. Rich says it's similar to a national signing day.
It's an opportunity to really put a spotlight on these young men and women for the decision that they're going to make and for the service, that they're going to give for all of our benefit. And what we like to say is we get the chance to be the first ones to say thank you.
The purpose of the enlistment ceremony is to individually honor and recognize each graduate with a stole embroidered with the branch of service they are joining and to surround them with peers who are making the same choice. This unique experience is also an opportunity for family members to network, gain knowledge, and resources. It's a way to welcome everyone and offer the support they need. For Rich, it's a shot of patriotic adrenaline to see the pride and the joy of the faces of the graduates and their families. Saying thank you to the young volunteer service members who will be stepping into a cause that is greater than themselves is a reminder of what's good in our community, our city, and our country.
To give back not only to their local community, but to their country. And when they come back, whether their military service ends in 4 or 6 years or in 23 or 24 years, they bring so much back to their local community, and it all starts here.
The 13th annual recognition ceremony is a free event on May 14th. Registration is required for the enlistees and their families. You can find more information on KSAT community section of KSAT.com.
And we are also looking ahead to our KSAT Community Town Hall about autism. This is happening on April 16th at 2 p.m. We're going to hear inspiring stories of neighbors in our community and explore how organizations are coming together to support and assist families with autism spectrum disorders. Tiffany's going to be our host, and you can join the conversation by tuning into the live stream on our website, KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, or any way you stream.
Looking ahead, a memorial service for a beloved San Antonio ventriloquist who passed away in January will take place this Saturday at 6 p.m. The service for Ignacio Nacho Estrada will be live streamed at 6 p.m. on a YouTube channel dedicated to the comedian.
And if you are looking to get out and about this weekend, there are a lot of events happening around town, including Viva Posea Festival. So that is happening tomorrow at the historic Mission Marquee Plaza. That is from 6 to 10 p.m. 3 of San Antonio's poet laureates, 4 San Antonio UNESCO chef ambassadors, 3 visual artists, and others will all come together to create that collaborative compositions through the power of creative expression. This event is free and it's open to the public.
Also tomorrow, the Tower of Americas is hosting Wine Fest. So wine enthusiasts can sample wine from 24 wineries from Sonoma County, California. The event will also include live music, hors d'oeuvres, lawn games, and prizes. It will be from 2 to 5 p.m. at the base of the tower. We have a list of some of the included wineries. Just head to our website.
Already busy, but Ciclovia is also back on Sunday. You can safely walk, bike, run, and play all downtown from the hours of 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So this year's route will be on North St. Mary's from Highway 281 to Brooklyn Avenue, which includes the newly revamped St. Mary's Strip. So the route will also include a portion of Augusta Street and Lexington Avenue. We have that map on our website, and that's going to be close to the station.
It's going to be close to the station. I love Ciclovia. It's like one of my favorite free events. It's so simple. Close the streets down and everyone just gets to go play outside.
Yes, it's a lot of fun. I was going to say, well, we'll be out of town. I was going to say, I hope to make it this year, but the next one around.
Yeah, they have I think twice.
The fall and the spring.
And it's going to be really nice outside for that. So 612, 56 degrees.
Well, do you want to know if you live in the path of totality for Monday's total solar eclipse? Well, after the break, meteorologist Sarah Spivey breaks down her interactive map that you can use right now on our website at KSAT.com.
56 degrees, so it is still cold outside for our start in the morning, just like yesterday, but a little colder, but it's going to warm up and that humidity is going to creep in over the weekend. Mike will have our weekend forecast and our eclipse forecast when we come back.
The path of a total solar eclipse will pass through Texas Monday, April 8th. But here's the thing, only half of San Antonio will be in the path of totality, and you definitely want to be in the path of totality. Right now on KSAT.com, we made this really cool interactive map so that you can see if you're in the path of totality and how long totality will last. Just zoom in to a location you're interested in, or you can type in a specific address using the magnifying glass. I've also made county by county lists showing when totality will start and how long totality will last for many locations. There's even fun eclipse views, which show what the eclipse will look like all across South Central Texas, depending on the time and location. So make sure to check it out. KSAT 12 is your eclipse authority station. Now the only thing to do is hope for clear skies.
Oh, we can really have our fingers crossed for those clear skies, Sarah. All right, so don't forget you can get your eclipse glasses today starting at 5 p.m. at IKEA in Live Oak with Adam Caskey. This is our last giveaway. You can get them between 5 and 7 p.m. while supplies last. And RJ, I know that we have some serious situations going on at 410 in Houston.
Yeah, definitely a lot of different things going on across the city right now. Real quick, Mike and Jesse, you guys did a great job yesterday at that giveaway. You got the mayor out there too.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun out there. And boy, the folks out there, nicest folks in the world, big fans of us. And that's what's always great about, medal giveaways and stuff like that.
Interacting with our viewers.
Fun.
Yes, because nicest people in the world.
We had a good crowd too.
All right, guys. Yeah. Okay. Let's switch gears a little bit. Traffic, of course. Loop 410 South at Rigsby Avenue. We still have that exit ramp closed there, causing significant delays in this area. You can see that traffic is starting to back up all the way to 410 and I-10 here. Again, exit ramp closed, Rigsby Avenue. Let's get you updated on what's going on the northwest side. I-10 westbound, a crash at Loop 1604. Good news is that the exit ramp was initially shut down in both directions of 1604. We at least have 1604 eastbound that's open. So right now, the westbound lanes of 1604 being affected at the moment there on the northwest side, but still an ongoing situation there. Same thing here on the northeast side. We were hoping to get this construction cleared out by 6 a.m. That has not been the case here. Schertz Parkway to Forum Parkway, 3 main lanes closed. I just saw the cameras in this area, and unfortunately, we are still seeing some pretty good backup here for all of our folks in the Selma and the Cibolo area. And again, this is going to be touch and go. Hopefully, to get that cleared out here pretty soon. We've been talking a lot about the eclipse. We just mentioned the glasses giveaway. And of course, our highways are expected to be jam-packed before, during, and after the eclipse. One thing to keep in mind if you are hitting the roads is protecting our state wildflowers. The colorful flowers will be present along many Texas highways during the total solar eclipse. And to ensure that those flowers look their best and can continue to come back year after year, as you see right there on your screen, drivers are being asked to not drive over, park, or trample through the flowers.
You know, we have quite a bit of wildflowers that are out. We want to make sure that those wildflowers are not impacted by people driving on the shoulders or, you know, on the in the medians where those wildflowers may be.
All right, that was Laura Lopez from TxDOT, their spokesperson, and she said that more than 5,000 species of wildflowers and native grasses decorate Texas roadsides. Not only do they beautify our highways, they are also important pollinator plants, and they're important for the monarchs. They rely on those wildflowers during their migrations. And I did not know this, but TxDOT has actually been planting these wildflowers all the way since the 1930s and maintaining them on our highways. Pretty cool stuff out there.
Beautiful. I just drove down to Corpus, so 37, just seeing all the tick seed and bluebonnets, Indian paintbrush. Yeah. It's beautiful. We are in prime wildflower season. Respect the flowers.
Yes,
also,
don't mess with Texas. Don't mess with our flowers.
Right.
Don't drive over our flowers.
Also,
please.
like walking through them, you don't really want to walk through them because it's wild flowers. They have wildlife, snakes, fleas, ticks, all kinds.
Everything.
You know, just stay
careful.
Yeah, be safe.
They're pretty.
Stay out of the flowers.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen
the shoulders,
them.
stay out of all that.
I feel like I've seen more flowers this go around than last year.
Was it good timing with the rain that we had early in the year, and then that
we did get some good rain. I know we're still in need of rain, but that good rain, I'm seeing that the wildflowers this season are a little more vibrant now than they were last year. Last year they came a little late because we had that late rain, but that early rain really did help that first sprout.
to make them nice and vibrant. Okay.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Back to what you were talking about with the giveaway yesterday, and then a lot of folks at that time, they were going, "You got any medals?" It's like, no, that's good. So our medal giveaways are going to be starting next week.
Okay.
And I have no idea where they are as of yet.
I know.
So
We haven't seen the medals
we haven't
yet.
even seen our medals
Just a
yet.
note.
So,
Just a note.
Always
Yes.
stay tuned for that. We will tell you, and then the following week as
In
well.
the vault, they have not been released. We got to get past the eclipse.
And then, can you believe Fiesta is less than 2 weeks?
Crazy.
And that's why people are asking for them already.
So, all right. And by the way, Fiesta has moved this year, and it's going to be at the HEB Plaza at the Alamo Dome. So
Excited
Fiona
for
and
that.
I are going to be out there again. 53 degrees this morning was all said and done. Jacket weather. And once again, you're not going to need it. Now, yesterday we gained almost 40 degrees throughout the course of the day. It'll be 30 today. Not as much of a span, but still, I mean, 30 degrees from the low to the high is a huge number thanks to that dry air. Enjoy it, because that's not going to be the situation much longer. All right, 3 days. Yep. And kind of can't believe it's getting so close. It is not going to be fantastic viewing weather. There's no way of getting around this. So about 60% of the area partially blocked, and then a lot of clouds. And the big question is how much in the way of low clouds are going to be coming on in here. We're going to have plenty of high clouds. We're going to talk about that in a second. First of all, of course, Valero Texas Open yesterday got 88 degrees. Today, 85. Still nice weather. A little bit of a breeze coming in here out of the southeast, though. And then tomorrow, hot and humid around here. So 3 out of the 4 days is going to be pretty darn nice because we'll have lower humidity around here on Sunday and back up to 85 degrees. But yeah, mid 70s and plenty of clouds hanging around here. Beautiful view of the skyline like yesterday. The buildings are very distinct out there because we've got that dry air. 88 yesterday, 90 in Pleasanton, 92 in Cotulla was the warm spot. And then today, knock off about 3-4 degrees or so. Still, it's going to be very hot out there, but at least the humidity is going to be okay. Jump ahead. Now, this is a long-range model. You got to wait till this weekend. Sarah and Mia are going to be able to show you those short-range models that really kind of zoom in and focus in, pinpoint in on the exact clouds and what the layers are going to be like. But this is basically some high clouds around here. It's not going to be completely socked in like this, but there's going to be, in the different layers of the atmosphere. Then as the day rolls on, we're going to have a lot more moisture coming on in here, and we do have a chance for some thunderstorms Monday in the afternoon and then going into Monday night. A couple of breaks in the action. That'll come back. The rain chance will Tuesday and then also in the first part of the day on Wednesday. Then we're going to be clearing out in behind that. So long range, at least we do have some rain chances to talk about down there. As far as today, fantastic weather. Tomorrow, that's when we're going to have that misty, drizzly, in the morning, one of those kind of mornings, and then maybe a few showers as that front moves through late tomorrow night. Clears us out for Sunday. Doesn't last long. Humidity comes back in here Monday. Low clouds. That's going to be, I think, the real determining factor as to how well you can or cannot see the eclipse. 81 on Monday. And then we do have the rain chances late Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then that next front, the timing just is not working out right for the eclipse. Anyway, the next front's going to clear us out for the latter part of next week. Whole lot more after this. Stick around.
When your child has moderate to severe eczema, it's okay for them to show off. Show off their clearer skin and noticeably less itch with Dupixent. Because children 6 months and older with eczema have plenty of reasons to show off their skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, they can stay ahead of their eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
In this morning's GMA First Look, teens and weight loss medication.
I would do workouts, I would eat healthy, I would do same diets as my mom when I was only like 12 or 13 just because I wanted to have a normal body.
With help from her mom, Dina, 16-year-old Demi Buckley of Saginaw, Michigan is one of a multitude of teens turning to prescription weight loss medications to treat obesity.
She was up to 198 pounds when we had decided to go ahead and let her try this medication.
I first started on the 0.25, I think it was, and I didn't notice a lot of change right away. I wasn't gaining any weight, which was very big for me. And then I started going up in dosages, and that's when I started to see the weight actually drop.
But what do doctors have to say? We'll have much more on teens and weight loss medication coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrea Fujii, ABC News.
Hi, good morning.
Oh, look, you can see the plane.
There, that's what Mike was talking about right now. Can we see it on this screen over here?
Yeah.
Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Here, Mike, let's see if we can see it.
Oh, they changed it.
Oh, okay. All right, that's okay.
Aw.
Well, you can see it right there, the plane moving across our San Antonio sky this Friday morning. April 5th. Yeah, it's 6:32 now. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. And you can see the sun coming up, the plane, the moon. It was just a beautiful shot. It's going to be a beautiful day, Mike.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. This is the last of the just spectacular weather that we have had the past couple of days. And it's a picture. We'll change that picture here in a second behind me. That one speaks for itself. There we go.
It is.
And I want to show you,
Gorgeous.
obviously, there is the moon, and it is in the waning crescent stage because it is moving toward being the new moon, which it's going to be on Monday. And you have to have a new moon to get a solar eclipse because the moon is right smack dab in between the Earth and the sun. And there's another plane taking off right there. Just kind of a cool picture, and see if that one will fly in front of the in the moon. But notice the glow, early morning glow of the sunrise out there. Just pilots call this severe clear weather. It is just spectacular out there right now. And we've got temperature that stands at 55 degrees. So we're not as cool as what we were at this time yesterday, just because we were so warm yesterday in the afternoon, got up to 88. So you got to, lose all that heat. Still very dry air, dew points at 44, and not much of a breeze out there. So we still have the good ingredients to drop down a few more degrees this morning. 45 now at Rio Medina as well as in Hondo. And then we've got some low 50s in portions of the hill country. Again, 2 points down in the 30s and 40s. Can't beat this. Boy, I wish we could keep this going into Fiesta, too. All right, dry air, though, windy conditions this afternoon. That's what's prompting red flag warnings to go into effect at 1 up until 7 for our western counties for that high fire danger out there. So here's the story today. Great looking day, sunny. It is going to be warm again. Jacket weather in the morning. Don't need it in the afternoon. Also windy. Winds are going to continue tonight out of the southeast. That's going to help to just pump that moisture back in here. So by tomorrow morning, a whole different story. We're going to see mist and maybe some drizzle around the area as well. Plenty of clouds throughout the day. And then a chance for a few showers late. I'm not really too impressed with rain chances late tomorrow night, early Sunday. That front, though, which is going to maybe touch off some of those showers, it's going to give us a pretty good day on Sunday. More sunshine, lower humidity. Not going to last long because then Sunday night into Monday, same thing. Humidity comes back in here in a big way. Plenty of clouds around. Not the best eclipse viewing weather, unfortunately. And then we will have some of those storms late Monday night and then going in toward the middle portion of next week. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority. A lot going on out there.
A lot going on, yes. Basically, you took the words right out of my mouth, Mike. Where do we even begin here? Let's start here, I-10, the northwest side, as we take a look here at a crash that's being reported, or we see it. Actually, I-10 west at 1604. Right now, 1604, the exit from I-10 west, the westbound lanes of 1604, that is closed down for the moment right now as we see a heavy traffic buildup. The main lane still, though, of I-10 moving through the area, so that's good news. But again, that exit to 1604 for all of our drivers headed in that direction, that's going to be closed for the moment right now. We did clear out that stall there, UTSA Boulevard and I-10 East. Let's take you to East Side. This has been another ongoing situation here throughout most of our morning. We had a crash reported earlier this morning around 3:30 where a driver hit one of the overhead signs, at least hit the column that's part of the overhead sign there at Loop 410 southbound at Rigsby Avenue. So again, some heavy buildup here all the way to East Houston Street, and then even going a little bit further north there to 410 and I-10 is something to keep in mind. New crash being reported here, 151 eastbound there at Old Highway 90 West. It's going to be affecting all of our drivers coming in from the SeaWorld area to Highway 90 that are going to be making their way into downtown. We already have traffic backed up past South Callahan Road in that direction. And we still have this ongoing construction, 35 southbound, 3 main lanes closed, Schertz Parkway to Forum Parkway on the northeast side. It seems like no end in sight there for some of that traffic and that construction situation there. Let's show you the situation here, 410 and Rigsby Avenue. Again, that exit is closed because of a driver that reportedly struck one of the overhead signs in that area. So still seeing some heavy backup there, Loop 410 South. Stephanie, Sarah, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. This morning we are getting a look at the man suspected of hitting and killing a mother and her child on Wednesday night on Stone Oak Parkway. 56-year-old Marlon Daniels is accused of intoxication manslaughter, and we first brought you this story last night on the Night Beat. So this is what it looked like at the scene. The victims are 39-year-old Vanessa Ramos and her 5-year-old son, Solomon Lopez. Police say the mom was pushing Solomon in a stroller when a car hit them both not too far from where they lived. Now, people in that area say they're not surprised because they say people drive recklessly there.
You hear the motors like every day coming down Stone Oak Parkway. So hopefully after all this, we'll start getting some more patrols.
The State Transportation Department shows there have been 8 other alcohol-related crashes along this street since January of last year and 24 others related to speeding.
In your morning medical news, obesity and diabetes, both of those things a problem here in San Antonio. That's why UT Health San Antonio is inviting you to an event focused on health. So the 2024 Binational Obesity and Metabolic Symposium is next Thursday. It's free, and doctors want you to go. Talk to them and learn about how to prevent and treat obesity and metabolic diseases.
Diabetes is 1 out of 2 adults. Diabetes is 1 out of 5 here in San Antonio. So all those people could come and receive valuable information and understand what are we doing at UT Health Science Center to promote collaborations with other countries and be able to learn more about these diseases and hopefully find a cure.
People will also get free lunch. So again, the 2024 Binational Obesity and Metabolic Symposium next Thursday, April 11th at 7703 Floyd Clurell Drive. The event goes from 8 to 1. You have to register before you go. We have all that information on our website at ksat.com. And we are counting down the days, 3 away from the total eclipse. And even if you're not excited about it, the major event, it could still impact you.
Yeah, we're super close now. Hill Country leaders and businesses are preparing for thousands of visitors expected during Monday's total eclipse.
The good news, it'll boost our economy. The bad news, it'll also bring that traffic that RJ's been talking about and a potential strain on first responders, food, and fuel supplies.
Well, as meteorologist Mia Montgomery explains, being ready is a team effort.
They've been having these conversations pretty much. They started them even after the 2017 because it was announced we would be in totality for the next one.
Cities like Kerrville and Bernie have been preparing for April's total eclipse for years. Various departments and organizations have worked together to plan for the distribution of resources and extreme traffic.
Traffic is definitely the biggest thing. TxDOT, DPS, FBI, local, state, county officials all across the board. We've been meeting with everybody just to make sure we're all on the same page.
October's annular eclipse was a test run, giving officials a chance to make adjustments for April. Kerr and Kendall counties signed disaster declarations to activate their emergency management plans while preparing for traffic. And the temporary population increase means food and fuel are also going to be in demand.
So our retailers are preparing for this. They know that there are going to be more people, so they too are planning for that increase so that way they can adjust accordingly.
And while those conditions will be monitored closely, leaders say there are a few things you can do before venturing out.
Printing out maps that you might need or anything that you might resource digitally, have it printed out before you get here, carry some extra cash, and bringing supplies with you.
If you plan to hit the roads near the time of the eclipse, here are a few safety tips from TxDOT. Expect heavy traffic and sudden stops by drivers. Be on alert for distracted pedestrians looking to the sky. Keep your headlights on while driving, even in the daylight. Do not wear your eclipse glasses while driving. And always keep your eyes on the road.
Just kind of prepare beforehand. And with that in mind, I think we're all going to experience this once-in-a-lifetime event successfully and wonderfully.
Mia Montgomery, KSAT 12 News.
And don't forget, you can get your eclipse glasses today. That starts at 5 p.m. at IKEA. This is Live Oak with Adam Caskey, and this is the last giveaway, so you can get them between the hours of 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., all while supplies last.
So Mike, our mascot, not this Mike, but our Mike,
Microphone
M-I-C Mike,
yes.
Mascot was at one of those giveaways, and he has Eclipse glasses.
Oh, how cute.
They're very, very cute. So head out today, say hi to Adam, and from 5 to 7, get your official Eclipse glasses.
Yes, we hope a good crowd shows up as well.
It's 6:41 and 54 degrees.
And if you're looking for an easy flower to grow in your garden, okay, well, that'll be helpful for me. Up next, Sarah's going to show us why zinnias might be a cure for your non-green thumb.
She's the main character, she's popular, she's sassy, and can bloom in the triple digits, and you can plant a lot of her for very cheap. Oh, hey zinnias, we're talking about you, girl. Zinnias are also the easiest flowers to grow from seed, great for beginner gardeners, and she makes you look like a professional. So I cut the heads of all my zinnias before that big freeze in December. I saved them, dried them out in a paper bag for several weeks, and here's how you're gonna save money for next year. Take those dried out heads, pull the dried petals off. You see that arrowhead shape at the bottom? That's your seed. So that one seed you planted just gave you several dozen. If you are starting from scratch, you can get a variety of zinnia seeds at Rainbow Gardens. Just a couple of packets are under $10. Plant in a place that gets full sun and sprinkle on soil. Then oh so lightly cover or press into the soil. If they are too deep, they will not germinate. Water every day on a gentle setting. When the seedlings sprout, water the roots, not the tops, or they might burn when it gets hot. In about a week to 10 days, they will sprout up and start to look like this. If you want them to grow like bushes and keep producing flowers, cut the heads after peak blooming.
And it's something that, Steph, I know you say you don't have a green thumb, but you can do this.
A team effort.
Yes, with your husband, Luis, who will probably remember to do the watering. Yeah.
And then, Rooney and I can do the initial work.
And what's beautiful about zinnias is once you plant them and they bloom, they're going to bloom all the way up until the first freeze. Like I had them blooming from May up until December when we got that first hard freeze.
Oh, wow, that is
beautiful. Are they perennials?
No, they're annuals.
They're annuals, okay.
But it's like you scatter the seeds, you water them, and then they just keep blooming. You just keep cutting and blooming. And that's why I say it's an easy annual, because it's cheap, just a bunch of seeds.
And fun to do, probably, for Rooney.
It's fun. Yeah, she's going to love that.
We'll give it a try then.
Okay, RJ, I know you got your hands full this morning.
Yeah, guys, there's a lot of things going on across the city, so let's run through everything as we take a look here. TransGuide traffic cameras. Loop 410 still have that exit closed there. Loop 410 southbound at Rigsby. We're going to show you a map here in just a bit, but this has just popped up basically on our radar right now. There was an 18-wheeler fire out in the Converse area, and right now 1604, all northbound traffic has been blocked because of a fire involving an 18-wheeler. The Converse Fire Department, Converse Police Department, they're on the scene right now. They actually shared some photos on Facebook to show exactly kind of what is going on out there. It looks like the trailer of an 18-wheeler, at least a trailer that a big rig was hauling, caught fire there. But either way, traffic, again, 1604 northbound, blocked at Lower Seguin Road. That means that traffic right now is being diverted, exiting off to Ware Seguin Road on the access road in that area. Let's take you down northwest side. Crash still being reported there. I-10 westbound at 1604. This is going to be affecting our drivers going from I-10 west coming up to 1604 west, and we are seeing some heavy buildup in that area. Now this crash here on the east side again. Southbound Loop 410 at Rigsby Avenue still have the exit ramp closed there because of a driver that struck one of the overhead signs, or at least the columns there. I-35 southbound construction still going on here as well. Schertz Parkway to the Forum Parkway, still an ongoing situation in that area. Let's show you this situation here on the northwest side. I-10 at 1604. This is our UTSA Boulevard camera. And yeah, guys, it's been very busy out there. Make sure to follow us on X or Twitter, because I've been sharing updates throughout the morning, also to sign up for our push notifications. But either way, a lot of stuff going on, Mike.
Oh my gosh, be careful out there.
Yes, be careful.
Thank you, RJ.
All right, here's another view with a live cam out there, and at the very top, hopefully it's still on your screen.
Oh, there it is. Beautiful.
There is the moon, the little waning crescent moon, and of course it is going to be a new moon in 3 days, and that's why we have the solar eclipse in 3 days. So don't know who's the bigger star of the show, the sun or the moon, because it takes them both. And of course, for a new moon, the moon is right in between the sun and the earth, and just in this case, it happens to line up exactly. And because the moon is at the closest point to the earth in its orbit, it looks a little bit bigger in the sky, and so that's why it is covering the entire disk of the sun. You can just see the corona around there, but of course that is going to be traveling basically in a northeastwardly direction from right there, coming across into Texas, up in toward right around Ohio, and then up around Maine. So yeah, quite a phenomenon. Next total eclipse visible here in the United States, I think it's about 20 years down the road. All right, temperatures, another glorious day today. Sunshine, dry air, warm temperatures, 75 already at noon. We top off at 85 later on today. Of course, we did hit the 88 yesterday, and yeah, pretty toasty out there. Now, humidity is going to come back in here very quickly overnight, and so tomorrow's going to be one of those days, mist, drizzle in the morning, a lot of clouds throughout the day. Front comes through, knocks the humidity out briefly on Sunday. We'll see some sunshine, so pretty nice day on Sunday. Humidity soars back in here on Monday then, and this is going to be feeding some potentially big storms Monday, Tuesday, late Monday, Tuesday, maybe early on Wednesday. And then another front's going to knock the humidity back out then for the latter half of next week. So here's what's going on. We've got two big lows. Right now, we're in this ridge right here with the dry air down here at the surface. And this low, well, actually a couple of them are going to continue to kind of pump in some of the upper level moisture around here. First one moves on through here. We clear out briefly on Sunday. Next one right on the heels of it. And this is going to keep us in this southwesterly flow. And so what that does, keep those high clouds around here. So that's pretty much a sure thing. And then as far as how thick and if they're broken up the low clouds on Monday morning or Monday right around noontime, that's going to be one of the big determining factors as to how well you can see the eclipse. And of course, we've been emphasizing it's the short range high res models that really don't come into play until this weekend. So that's what you'll have to watch out for. This low going into next week, that is going to work its way in toward the area, and that's going to give us that chance of rain. But in behind it, again, another one of these sort of late season fronts that moves on through here to clear us out nicely for the end of next week. Gorgeous day today, nice evening. Humidity comes back in here overnight. Pretty warm and humid tomorrow, although normal high temperature. And then we clear out Sunday, and well, there's the forecast on Monday as it is right now. Plenty of clouds hanging around here, and then that chance of rain overnight into the middle part of next week. And we are going to have then more sunshine to close out next week. So again, stay tuned this weekend. Sarah and Mia are again going to be able to take those high res models and really kind of get a better look at what's going to be going on with the low clouds. And it's just not looking encouraging when that humidity surges back in here Monday.
Well, all eyes will be on the weather team as well this weekend. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. It's 6:52 and 54 degrees.
Out there with live cam, 54, not too bad. This is a little warmer than it was yesterday morning, and we have a beautiful sunrise. Happy Friday. We'll be right back.
All right, last check of traffic. We will make this quick. I-10 westbound at UTSA Boulevard, 1604. We have a crash reported there. Loops 410 southbound at Rigsby Avenue. The exit ramp is closed there. And let's give you the other big incident we're following right now. 18-wheeler fire, 1604. All main lanes are blocked at Lower Seguin Road. Traffic being diverted over to Ware Seguin. Mike, how are things looking outside?
Absolutely spectacular out there. It is a gorgeous sunrise again, and we have got some cool temperatures. So grab a jacket. It's going to be gorgeous all day long. Today is the last of the really, really spectacular days. 54 right now. We're going to hit a high today up to 85.
Well, thank you, Mike. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, we'll see you back here at 9 a.m.